All right, guys. Hello and welcome to round four, the first match of round four here of the Looking for Gold Scrims Winter 2023 tournament. I am joined today by Sea Captain. Thank you for joining me.
Absolutely wonderful to be here, Osmond.
Absolutely. So our match tonight is going to be between Kevin Fan Club and UKN Fantasia. These two teams on the leaderboard right now looking pretty good. I think UKN Fantasia in fourth seed and Kevin Fan Club in second seed. It would take absolutely insane circumstances for KFC to not make it into the playoffs, but it is technically possible. So they haven't clutched their position yet, but we will know tonight whether they will make it in or not. I see Lawful Man in the chat says hello. I will say hello. I will respond to you with a Schmeele because that is me. There you go. Boom. There's a Schmeele.
We always appreciate the Smeelies in the chat.
We always appreciate the Schmeeles. Are you a fan of the Schmeele?
I am an excellent. I am a huge fan of the Schmeele.
Huge. So I could not resist putting a Schmeele as one of the emotes here. Absolutely couldn't resist. So fun stuff. I see we got that Clockwork spectating team red. That's good. Is anyone else coming? I was going to ask. Is anyone else coming? Or do we have the whole crew? I'll ask them that real quick. All right. And it looks like Kami Frost is saying Li Jiang first. All right. Hello, Anonymax 18 or 16. Let's go, Fantasia. Yep. I'm glad to see you come out here and support your fellow org. All right. So it does look like Li Jiang Tower is going to be the first map pick, and this is KFC's choice. So we're going to be kicking off here with Li Jiang Tower, as we do every single feature match, apparently, without fail.
Now arriving at Li Jiang Tower.
All right.
Looks like we are in.
We are in. That is correct.
I am actually extremely excited to see what kind of comps these two teams bring to us tonight.
Yeah, I am too.
I'm hoping to see some new with the new patch that just got released. Maybe some ball gameplay. This is an excellent ball map.
Interesting. You know, like I haven't expected, like not until like 30 minutes ago when you started mentioning that ball was kind of good. Now, like it hasn't even been on my radar, and so like I don't know if I'm going to see ball. I don't know if these teams are comfortable just switching comps out of nowhere.
I would absolutely love to see some balls tonight.
I'm sorry. Now I'll get my mind out of the gutter. My bad. So we're going to see some comfort picks is what we're going to see here. Gamma the Owl, just going to play the Orisa. And Gamma, that's interesting actually, because previously Gamma has been playing almost all Ramatra. And now, after the Orisa nerfs, opting to play into the Orisa here, that's interesting.
I think it mainly has to do with the map. I think because like you're looking for like brawling directly on point with Orisa here. So the Ramatra pick is better at poke, and while Orisa is just a formidable force at any distance.
No, I totally agree with you.
But you can see that huge KFC on point already.
Yeah, absolutely. But they're already on point, and while the other team did a TP out of point, they didn't actually TP into window, so they just kind of tried to make fast pacing all the way to the open space. As on point now, as we're seeing a brawl come out, and it's kind of like anyone's match right now as Potterjohn Joe does go down first, and that's going to be a res onto Potterjohn Joe. And a flip in favor of UK and Fantasia.
However, the Reaper is dead, so I think the fight is still winnable for KFC right now.
I think it's huge winnable. You know, right now it's like still 5v4 in their favor. Kamita getting a couple picks right there is absolutely insane. Like that's what you need in that exact moment. I think that was a great strategy, a great just like pull back, tempered aggression, and let UKN Fantasia cap that point. No problem, right? Because now they're set up on point with turrets.
Oh, now they're matching the Orisa, so we're just seeing Orisa matchup tonight. I'm going to see how the Reaper's doing with the Orisa here.
I'll cut into that. We'll see.
Oh, unfortunate spear off the map there. That's gonna make KFC. That's gonna buy KFC a ton of time here.
It's going to buy a ton of time. And look at the ults right now, too. I just want to point your attention to the fact that KFC has almost 5 ultimate abilities, and UKN Fantasia is not even close. What do you think that? What do you think's going to come out first here from KFC as far as ults?
I think we're gonna see probably the rush and probably the rush first. Oh,
Hammer the Owl.
okay. I couldn't have been more wrong.
Whoa.
That's a little. There's 3 ults there.
Yeah.
That's a little much.
A little bit of an over ult from KFC. I probably didn't need to just give away their ult advantage like that, but that does make for a more interesting match, as now it's pretty even as far as ult economy goes. UKN Fantasia able to open up here with a window and then a beat in the mid-fight.
Hopefully that can turn the tide. Looks like they're rotating right side to white room. Hopefully they can see a window opportunity here to get them some space. There it is. Their tank goes down. Oh, it gets insta-rezzed by the Mercy, unfortunately.
Insta-res by the Mercy, but KFC, you know, it's still like holding on tight here. The rush able to create so much space for them, and it looks like Kamita is kind of an insurmountable mountain here. Cannot be stopped. They can't do anything about Kamita on point. And this is the struggle, right? The struggle for many teams, especially in this elo, is these pharmacies that just get so much value.
Yeah, it's really like Pharmacy is usually like a comp that like it's kind of old and a lot of people have seen it like over and over again, but they just really not a lot of people have really learned how to deal with it at this elo.
Absolutely. Now, Bob is going to contest point here. This is going to create a little bit more time for UKN Fantasia, but they're going to need more than time. They're going to need a full regroup as Lamp goes down, Baptiste is down on UKN Fantasia, Kiriko goes down, and there's no one left on the point.
Unfortunately, it looks like UKN needed a little bit more tanking other than Bob.
Score.
A little more than Bob.
The tank goes down early on in the fight. It's essentially just a fight loss at that point, especially with the 5v5 that we play now.
Yeah. Oh, but look at Sput right now. Is this happening? That's my actual question.
I really want this to happen.
I do too.
I think if Sput plays the ball here, they insta win.
Do they insta win? Do you really think
I
that's
think they insta win? Oh, looks like the Ramatra actually. I think that's like a semi insta win. They're gonna probably maybe perhaps lose one fight, but with the Ramatra here, I think UKN has this in the bag.
Sea Captain with the hot takes, just insta win for playing Ramatra. I'll have to see it to believe it here, as both teams.
To be honest,
go ahead.
To be honest, I am a Orisa hater. So
okay, that makes more sense. Both teams kind of making it to point here around the same time, and I would have thought the team that got to white room first would have won that, but Loopditch getting the play up on Potter John Joe there, and this is going to be like one man down here for KFC. As a result,
yeah, UKN did a really good call there. They back out. They didn't commit fully into white room and just immediately took point from KFC. So I think this is a good play. As long as they don't overextend, I think they have a chance at winning this next fight.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. Not overextending is a key skill that you learn it around this elo. So we're hoping to see a lot more of that. As well,
it looks like the Ramatra is unfortunately. Oh, he gets out.
No way.
I did not expect to see that to happen.
Wow. UKN Fantasia really coming in clutch for their tank there, getting their tank, supporting him in any way they can with both pressure and healing. That was awesome. An awesome little bit of teamwork there from UKN Fantasia.
However, it does look like the KFC has the best ultimate in the game coming up, Rush. Kitsune Rush here.
Best ultimate in the game. Could be coming through this gate at any moment. Or here comes a tire from behind.
A very interesting tire. Oh my.
A unique tire.
Oh, how unfortunate.
We'd love to see it.
Loopditch had hopes and dreams, but they were shattered by whatever killed that tire.
Here comes the aggression from KFC.
All team pressing Q.
It's only 2 Qs, but it's a pretty effective 2 Qs. And this is what KFC needs, is not just Qs, but momentum, right? And so now KFC is back on point. And there was not much that UKN could do to really like stop that aggression from coming all at once. It was just a lot of pressure all kind of at the same time there. 71% for UKN Fantasia.
Absolutely a winnable point for UKN.
Very winnable. Ice here, kind of like the DPS to watch as we see an aggressive beat come out from UKN Fantasia. Now the momentum definitely in Fantasia's favor as they push on. Huge shot there from Ice, picking up the Lucio there. There's absolutely nothing that KFC can do until they get their 2 regroups back.
Yeah, insane call from Sput there to just Nemesis form into the backline of KFC.
Sput has absolutely no fear, willing to go well beyond the choke point here with the muscles out. Doesn't really do much for him. It's just kind of a confidence play, if you ask me.
It really is. And I completely agree with that. And Sput has his I win button enabled. There it is.
There it is.
All he needs to do is hold that right button, and he goes down, unfortunately.
He does go down. We do get a nice little flank there from Potter John Joe on the flank, able to pull out the tire at any moment here if he absolutely has to, but he does go down. Ice finding a clutch pick on Potter John Joe, and it's 99%, but there's no one left on cart to really clutch this moment for UKN Fantasia. But if you're UKN at the moment, I think that you're kind of up in the ult advantage a little bit there, and
well, it looks like KFC did kind of waste their Kitsune there, just throwing it onto point into the pillar in the middle.
Yeah, if I'm UKN, I'm not
seeing
really...
a sick tire.
Wait a minute. Ice is insane.
Ice with the, just murdering the Junkrat and its tire. Oh, the counter tire gets more value. Looks like UKN might have this one in the bag, considering the only one left is, Hanzo.
Yeah, I'm not sure Hanzo's going to be able to...
Is there anyone to touch?
No. Oh, Tracer.
Oh, looks like Tracer's coming in to touch. Oh, unfortunately, just too short.
Not quite. You know what? We got a game on our hands. That's what
we definitely, absolutely have a game on our hands.
This is huge.
As long as I don't see an Orisa mirror, we are fine.
Absolutely fine. I am so excited to see like really close games involving both of these teams, because these teams are like, they have shown really great performances in like all of their respective matches, and so yeah, we're excited to see Kevin Fan Club, and we're very excited also to see UKN Fantasia, both seeming to be playing like pretty well tonight. So good representation from both teams.
Yeah, as a fellow fan of Kevin the Minion myself, I was super excited to see them play tonight.
Awesome. Kevin the Minion, definitely who they're talking about. Definitely not Kamita, 100%.
UKN coming out on standard Rhine Brawl.
That is interesting. It's not one that I expect, but has worked in the past here. As you can see, when they get to point first with the turrets, look how much damage that's doing to the Pharah. The Pharah can't even stay on point, while Pharah did work wonders for Kevin Fan Club on the first map of this on Lijiang. It's not going to do the same if they have to deal with these constant turrets from UKN Fantasia.
Yeah, there's on UKN Fantasia doesn't really have anything to deal with the pharmacy besides maybe like the May and the Sim alternate fires, but those aren't very consistent.
Not very consistent.
You'd have to be really good to aim for that.
Indeed, and all Pharah is able to do right now is just kind of like shoot this spam into point and hope that it baits out specific resources, because until it really does that, until she can actually make a presence, Gamma the Owl can't really push on point. Look at the rush play that's coming from UKN Fantasia.
Unfortunate.
Ice coming with the Symmetra 3 pick. 2 of those from turrets. But finishing off Gamma the Owl. This fight's over in favor of UKN Fantasia. 38% on the clock. UKN coming alive, looking fantastic tonight.
Yeah, I will have to say, I've never seen a Pharah barrage get eliminated from 3 Sim turrets before. So that's always good to see some fresh things coming in from LFGS.
Some fresh strats coming off this new patch notes here, as we all expected to start seeing Sim turrets kill barraging Pharahs. Autotron Joe kind of looking for some nice shots up here on the top. See if we can find something.
Oh, we're just coming out with the Terra Surge. Gets nothing, but does get them to come back a little bit. Oh, 1 pick, 2 pick.
This is big. These
from
are the
KFC.
picks you need. KFC finding what they need here. And it's really a struggle. They try to use the sim wall here to keep the point as long as possible, but I mean at this point it's just holding out the percentage as much as you can. The beat comes down. That's interesting.
Oh,
the shatter is even more interesting. Yeah, I don't know about that one, Chief, but they did hold all the way till nearly 90%. So I respect it.
I respect that. It's really sad stagger from Apollo there. Tried to get out, but unfortunately Gamma just kind of threw a big ol' stick at him. Interesting dragon from Potter John Joe.
We're gonna put a question mark on that one. We're gonna delete the footage. As UKN Fantasia starts walking towards point with a blizzard in hand, ready to drop that straight on top of the point. The question is KFC ready for the blizzard? Are they gonna eat the blizzard? That's another question. The blizzard's not eaten. It's actually a pretty, it's kind of big blizzard. It doesn't actually freeze anyone, but it creates a lot of space.
It creates a lot of space, but however, the space is immediately taken back by KFC.
Notice that the space it tried to take was also in the presence of Kitsune Rush. So it was tough to do anything with it. Gamma the Owl coming in absolutely huge with a Terra Surge that I don't think KFC was ready for.
Yeah, like they clearly just didn't. They clearly went in with a plan to use the Blizzard to counter the Rush, Kitsune Rush. I'm sorry, my words are tripping over me.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Whoa, okay.
A quick pick from Apollo. Unfortunately, gets res.
Okay, the wall goes down.
Spud's coming in.
Isolations.
Spud is coming in swinging. I think he needs to get in.
Here comes
Baptiste is
the window.
gonna pop the wall. The Reaper Blossom gets a 3K. Oh my!
Kamita,
absolutely insane. Kamita fan club. That's the real Kevin on that team.
Kamita is Kevin. Oh, anyway, yeah, that's pretty good. I was not expecting. I actually thought that was going to be in UKN Fantasia's favor. Another interesting dragon.
We have one more potential touch. Oh, Ryan gets the touch.
Ooh.
One more fight on our hands, ladies and gentlemen.
One more fight. Luke just coming in from behind.
Let's see. Huge shatter gets the Orisa. Kiriko. Kiriko gets eliminated.
This is what we're looking for. Gamma
Terra Surge.
Terra Surge comes down. Oh my god, Gamma the Owl popping off.
No one's looking at the May.
What is it over? Oh my god, ice. Can they clutch this? It's so close. It's so close
so
to May.
insane.
Holy, okay.
Oh,
wait, the blizzard comes down. Wait a minute.
The blizzard comes down.
Come in. Oh, that was super close.
Oh my, the ball was touching.
Dude, that was closer than close. That was like 99 to 99.
Do we look at the play of the game?
Yes, we do. We do. Yeah.
Play of the game.
Watching Ice do a thing where they pull out the microwave and just run it down, dude.
Symmetra was the one who melted that guy's chocolate bar and discovered the microwave.
Indeed. Oh my.
What a wonderful 3K.
Burr. It goes big burr.
This definitely is a competitive game. I am very happy that this is not a wash.
Oh, definitely. We love to see it.
However, I am still looking for some balls here, so
hey, you
that's
got
what
a little
I'm
bit of
excited
ball,
for.
Ball there. You got a little bit of ball.
Little bit of ball.
Little bit of ball, as they say. My God.
Because it seems like both these teams really like to run brawl comps, but you know, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of bored of brawl comps. I want to see some spicy dive comps, maybe some poke comp.
Close. Oh shit! Hold on. I'm trying to pull up the. That's not what I want. I want the video producer. Sorry if this makes sounds. I want to do the stream manager and I want to do the predictions. I haven't done this yet.
Are we bringing out the predictions?
I want to try it. I haven't done this yet. I don't know if it's toxic. Let me know if it's toxic. Name the prediction. Who will win next map? Is it going to be KFC or is it going to be UKN? Submission period. 1 minute. Start prediction. Let's go. Confirm. I will say got it. Okay. I don't know how it's going to go. We shall see. I have no idea. We'll see how this goes. Oh my god.
All right,
In the
we're
meantime,
just waiting.
It's it's UKN Fantasia's map pick. Did they say already? No, they did not. We'll take a look at the map pool real quick, just to let you know. The next map that's going to be played here is going to be hybrid, and it's either going to be Kings Row, or Kings Row, because who the hell picks Parisi or Midtown? Let's be honest here. Just kidding. Those maps are in rotation, so we will maybe play one of those. Some teams actually have been picking Parisio, but I haven't really seen any Midtown. been mostly the others. Yoinks SS Overwatch says, hello, Sea Captain.
Hello, Larry.
Hello, Larry. Okay. Gambling. Oh, man. See the details.
He's gambling right now? Oh, my.
Well, for the prediction, I honestly...
Oh.
How does this work? See details. Get started. Okay. We have 55% vote for
It's
UKN.
hybrid, correct?
Yeah, it's hybrid. Wait, is it hybrid? Is it hybrid? It's hybrid. It's hybrid.
You scared me for a second. I already typed yes.
Yes, it's hybrid. Prediction polls are in, and we've got. Is that how?
Looks
yeah,
like we're going to Parisia.
Oh, they're based on channel points though, so you can fudge the results a little bit. It looks like we have 4 people voting for KFC, 2 voting for UKN, but the percentages are more in UKN's favor. That's interesting. I don't really know how predictions work. We'll figure that out later. Very interesting. Okay, but what I like to see, looks about 50-50 there. So audience here is kind of in play for both teams at the moment. Really cool to see.
I'm really happy to see a 50-50 split. That just tells me that everyone loves these guys.
Oh my god. We got Sam and Sam putting 300 in on KFC.
Oh my.
Oh, this is so much fun. That's pretty cool.
Spending a lot of money and investing on those herbs and spices.
Indeed. Hey, Lopple man, would you want to handle predictions? I don't know if I gave you like a mod, if you could like handle that or not.
Ready for
I
battle.
don't know. Let me know.
Looks like KFC is coming out with the Narissa.
Pause.
Looks like we're getting a pause here.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Good catch, good catch.
Let's take this time to discuss the comps that these two teams are running right now. Right now, we can only see 3 heroes that they've run. The KFC can run.
They should stick with that. I like the 3v5 strategy. I think that playing 3v5 is just an intimidating thing. Like the opponent just can't handle it mentally.
Honestly, yeah, it's such a Omega Chad move for a 3v5. Just leave the other 2 players in spawn. All you need is a tank, 1 DPS, and 1 support, and especially since it's Kiriko.
Oh, yeah.
However, it looks like UKN is running a Monkey Dive comp with Echo and a Brig.
Echo and a Brig. Well, are we going to finally see Dive Brig come out here? I'm going to make sure I'm on the right scene. Okay, because I you know the meme. Oz always forgets the damn scene.
3, 2, 1.
Not always. Just once. And we deleted the footage. Okay.
It's like KFC is going to be slightly late to the party.
Are they going to be slightly late? Actually, that's interesting. Are they slightly late? We see one person coming from spawn. Oh, no. Okay. They're here.
We're seeing the initial poke phase here.
Looking for
Nothing really too much is happening. Yeah, they're looking for... Monkey's looking for something. Let's see. Where's he going to go? Looks like he's going on the Hanzo, but the Hanzo backs out.
They just look like they want to take Red Room first and just force the enemy team, force KFC to kind of rotate to the high grounds around point rather than trying to contest the Red Room. So it's a good start. But here, I mean, you have to stage for some dive. You have to find something, and the idea is probably onto Kamita, the Ashe.
Yeah, like just take the high ground, you win. That's typically how it is. However, the Potter Joe finds a pick here, but they still go in to try to equalize it.
It's still
looks
equalizable.
like they're diving the Ashe here.
Suzu comes out, and this is kind of rough, but you know, as long as you're not dying, this is not the worst space. Although the longer this lasts, the weirder this gets. Definitely, the jump comes out from Sput here. Sput now doesn't have barrier either, and unfortunately, Sput goes down. So this is
Kamita takes down Sput.
Yeah, Looptage now finds Calming Frost, so it's like 3v4 at the moment. It's a little bit awkward.
Yeah, but with no tank, it looks like this is just going to be a team fight for KFC here.
Yeah, I think, you know,
However, there is a Brig.
Yeah, true. You can't underestimate the fact that Brig exists, and Brig is the most powerful dive hero in Overwatch.
Sput looks like he's diving the Ashe here, but this with the Mercy Pocket, that damage is just going to be completely negated. However, the Monkey Nano actually takes down Ooh, looks like this is a win for Sput, possibly. There's still 2 up.
It's really close right now. It actually is looking like it's getting pretty heavily in UKN's favor. So they're going to be able to cap this point.
They were able to cap the point. It did take them a little bit longer than probably they hoped for, but they were able to do it.
What's going on? Meanwhile, oh wow, this
Sput is going
insanely
in.
aggressive, right? And so Sput is in before the payload has even really walked past like the first little point area over there. So immediately Sput is going to be jumping back, maybe try to just create a little bit of space, be a little bit intimidating, but I like the confidence at least. Sput does have Primal, so it was pretty safe.
Decently safe pick. Oh, Sput goes back onto the Hanzo.
Ice. Oh, snap.
What a pulse
Ice.
bomb from Ice.
Ice looking for blood right now. Looking for community.
And there goes the Primal.
Mercy.
Monkey Primal.
Monkey is primaling the backline. Lots of space being made from multiple people here at UKN. And in fact, honestly, pretty well played overall. UKN just finding the right angles at the right time here. Look at the space they're claiming, too.
I think KFC needs to be a little bit more aggressive here. I think they're too afraid of the Monkey. I think maybe they need to rely on their Orisa to go in and just start, like, shooting things, you know?
Jump comes in. Big purple. Immediately gets Suzu'd, although Sput is, like, big in right now. All over the place, creating so much pressure. But on KFC's side, you see the rush come out. You see the Orisa shoving Apollo into the side there. And now making a pretty good play on the point. I think that KFC is finally stabilized. As soon as they stabilize here, it is looking a little bit better for them, and they can start actually playing counter dive from the high ground.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was gonna be just basically an insta cap from UKN, but they didn't. They weren't pushing the cart while they were making all that space. They had the Ana in the back line just kind of shooting in, but they weren't pushing the cart. So I think maybe they would have gotten the point.
Yeah,
they
sometimes
just
it
kept
is what
pushing.
it is. I mean, this comp does kind of rely on some weird stuff going on. Pulsecom comes out of nowhere, doesn't really find anything. They still have, by they I mean UK and Fantasia does have Nano available, so they can Nano a Monkey in. I imagine that's going to be the play here from Lunar. Lunar peeking out there
I'm
a
really
little
hyped to see this Nano Monkey. Oh, we see the rally
bit.
instead.
For the rally instead. Actually, kind of a heads-up play, because you can save the Nano for next fight here if the Nano can clutch this, as we already seeing 2 kills. As long as no one dies to the Terror Surge. You're looking good. We see TTV Echo Mage teleporting out of danger there.
Kamita coming in with the Wraith to stall. However, unfortunately, it's not going to be enough, and UKN is going to cap the point.
UKN is going to cap the point. Actually, not a terrible time for capping. We got 3 minutes and 6 seconds on the clock here for UKN Fantasia. Pretty
You know,
steady pace.
KFC is they're doing all right, but I just think they need to be, like I said previously, they need to be a little bit more aggressive and take have the confidence in themselves to rush in and kill things.
Calming Frost going a little bit aggressive there is Padron Joe just kind of sneaking at angles. Meanwhile, though, Ice just piercing, always existing. Whoa, what a Suzu. Wow, that would have been a 3K pulse bomb had it not been for an absolutely massive Suzu from TTV Equimage. We're going to see a beat and
What
a
a
Hanzo
drag.
coming out as well. Whoa, what a dragon. You're absolutely right about that. Whoa, okay. Kevin Fan Club coming alive there. Finding their balance a little bit as they start to take the high ground. Wait, what is Gamma the Owl doing?
Wait, hang on. Oh, are they swapping?
I think they just went. Did he go the wrong way?
Do they have the time?
I don't know. What just happened? I'm not sure.
They swapped Hanzo to Sojourn.
Oh, okay. Why did Gamma go to the? Maybe he thought about switching. I don't know.
Oh, they're doing the Sojourn Mercy.
Interesting. Mercy after patch, pretty interesting. Now it's a very diveable target with only 2.5 seconds on the cooldown for Guardian Angel, rather than 1.5.
Yeah, however, if you are heal botting a target below half HP with that new buff, she gets 20% self-healing.
25%, I think,
and
actually.
I don't think that's enough. Oh, huge Blossom coming out from... Actually, unfortunately, it wasn't that huge.
No, it was, though, because look at the follow-up from Sput here. Gets a 2K on the board. Loopage kills 1. Sput kills 3 now. That is a 4K, and I don't know who's going to touch. Kevin Fan Club struggling to find anybody able to touch point here. Potters and Joe not quite able to make it. 1 minute, 17 seconds on the clock for UK and Fantasia.
Yeah, it was a huge Blossom, not in terms of kills, but in terms of space creation.
Yeah.
It just kind of eliminated any point of presence any presence on that point that UKN just was able to just take the point.
Everyone had to turn around for it, right? The Orisa had to turn for it and use the spin just to kind of protect herself, and everyone just kind of looked at it, and everyone looking at it is a great thing for the dive comp playing against you. So, yeah.
Yeah, whenever Reaper's yelling at me to die, I either die or I get really, really scared and I just stare at him. It's really understandable for them to everyone just like look at Reaper and just because he's very scary and very loud, especially with his footsteps and his voice. He's very, very goofy.
Whenever he says die, that's why I'm a Mercy main, because heroes never die. You know what I mean?
Looks like we're seeing a Diva mirror here. I am very excited about this as a Diva main myself.
Ooh. Actually based. I remember playing so much Diva in Overwatch 1. I still feel like a Diva main to this day, even though Diva's kind of weird, but maybe better position post-patch, we don't know. I think that we've seen a lot more Diva on defense here than we've seen Diva on attack, and I think that, Diva in Overwatch 2 does play more spam than dive, but is also able to just kind of contest any angle at any moment. So we'll see how it works. We'll see how the teams play it.
I agree with you. I was unfortunately stuck in Diva jail for the end of my Overwatch 1 career.
That's not unfortunate.
So it is. I had a great time.
Ooh, Kamita come up with a pretty big pick there right in the beginning. Looptage finding himself on a Junkrat against Kamita on Pharah. Not actually where you want to be. So that Junkrat pick looking a little bit spicy at the moment. Yeah.
It looks like, KFC has this fight won unless Sput can come out and, eliminate everyone. However, it looks like Sput, Baby's gonna die.
I think we're seeing KFC just being a little bit better positioned, like, comp-wise. Like I said, Diva, more of a spam tank now, right? And the Diva being played along with the Pharmacy Hanzo just seems to be a little bit more effective than the Diva being played by UKN Fantasia with the comp they were running. Now, Looptage has swapped into the Pharah.
This is the kind of aggression I wanted to see from KFC at the first round, so let's hope we can keep this up throughout the rest of this round.
Hopefully.
We're going now, and Gamma is going in. Unfortunately, that space gets retaken by Sput.
It's also going to be on Ice here to try to find that Pharah. We know from games past that Ice absolutely cracked hit scan player for the UKN Fantasia, and has had, I think, multiple 5Ks in our feature matches. So we should see him come alive potentially here. Kind of a poke war happening here. Look at the top of this stand here. It looks like Kevin Fan Club kind of bullying Sput off of that high ground, whereas Ice also trying to control this angle. Potter John Joe does go down.
Yeah, it looks like the Divas are just kind of like staring at each other right here. I want to see more like squishy dives. There we go. That's what you love to see from Divas.
Diva has long been a counter to Pharah, and so I'd love to see both teams playing both Pharah and Diva, so they're both trying to counter each other's Pharah with their tank picks. Wow, Gamma the Owl does get on top of that one, so KFC is able to win this fight. It's going to be another contest. We're going to have one more fight here before this is over. And just looking at the ults, it does look like UK and Fantasia is a little bit ahead. They are going to have to get through some here, but maybe they don't even touch. Whoa, the Bob comes out, but actually, the touch. The still touch. Wait, it's still touched. Wait a minute. How is that not capped?
This is insane.
That card is on the... Look at the card. How is it not there? It's like up at the center of that circle, the bomb comes out. Whoa, wait a minute.
This is absolutely insane.
Oh, sheesh. Okay. Wait, look at Apollo. This is actually great. The new Mercy buff, he actually heals tanks under half HP super well. And so the synergy between Mercy and Diva could be pretty clutch here, actually. Wow.
It's absolutely an insane hold from UKN right there.
Tell me how.
Like the Bob. Okay, so the Bob got booped away. However, Sput was there just in time to contest the objective, and then just no one looked at Sput. So Sput was able to contest the objective at 0.1 meters, literally inches.
Yeah.
Away from capping.
Just
huge clutch from Sput there.
Visually, did you see the point though? I mean, the payload looked like it was like definitely on that point, like even past the center of it. That was so weird. Okay, so Kevin Fan Club does have to mentally come back from that one. It looks like Gamma the Owl does take a Dynamite to the face. That does give him a chance to maybe just push in and take this high ground. No one's looking at Gamma the Owl, or at least only a few are. Gamma kind of going insane right now, really far forward, using all the defense matrix to kind of stay on the point.
Got a visor coming in from KFC. Eliminates 2.
That is going to clutch this point for the Kevin fan club.
And KFC, they used both their ults to capture that objective. They still got 1 in the bank. Looks like a clutch Diva Bomb in the future for KFC maybe, and then possibly a clutch visor from UKN.
Could be.
However, they are also coming up on Bob.
Getting pretty close here for sure, and the time bank is a little bit in Kevin fan club's favor, as we remember there was 3 minutes on the clock when UKN took that point, and there was about 3 minutes 45 when KFC took it, so they're about 45 seconds ahead roughly on time. See, Lutage on a great flank here, finds an amazing pick on Komita, and look at this flank, the visor coming out from behind.
Oh my,
able to kill
this is
both
insane.
supports. What a soldier play here. They are able to find the res on Komita, but it is not enough. Look at Lutage, an absolute monster that KFC can't do anything about, creating so much momentum, still creating value. They still have not been able to take a good hard look at that Lutage. Whoa.
That was a crazy visor. Just the Mercy just did not know what was coming. Turned left around the corner and just got aimbotted. Quite literally.
UNK Fantasia also with a little bit of an ult advantage right now, too. As you can see, 3 ults to 2. Although, Hard Joe coming up on his. Gamma now coming up on theirs as well. Actually, Gamma does have ult here. We'll see how this goes as Lunar drops the rush onto point. Bob comes down to point, too. Doesn't actually touch Cart, but is going to pressure TTV Echo Mage, forcing TTV Echo Mage to teleport. Gamma's gonna
melted Bob. How unfortunate.
Bob did get a lot of defense matrix out of Gamma the Owl there, so Gamma having to focus on the Bob there, not able to actually focus on the rest of the fight, creates so much space for UKN Fantasia.
You are absolutely correct on that.
Thank you.
Looking to see what they can bring, what KFC can bring in to this next fight. They've got Bomb and Kitsune Rush available to them.
Here comes the bomb.
Here comes the bomb.
Lucio barely dodging that. Oh, that was close. I felt that for the Lucio.
That was clenching, to say the least.
Run Joe looking for something here. TTV Echo Mage.
Ooh, Kamito with the headshot.
This is anyone's fight right now. KFC is slightly up. Bomb comes down from Sput. Is it going to find anything? Does actually find Potterjohn Joe here.
The Bomb is able to find the Sojourn here. Oh, and the res
Frost
almost get canceled. Oh,
okay.
my.
Frost barely pulling off that res, but it is a clutch res. This is exactly what you need for KFC to maintain the momentum. We have 5 on point right now for UKN Fantasia. We have 4 on point for KFC. Are they going to be able to pull this together? It gets eaten.
The dragon gets eaten.
Oh, no.
Num, 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 num.
Oh, no.
Oh, we see the Kitsune Rush mirrors here. All teams just injected crack into their veins and firing at Mach 5.
Potterjohn Joe pulls out the overclock. Is he going to find what he needs to find? Is he going to choke? We shall see.
Lutage is just getting his visor eaten. Oh, the Bomb coming in from Gamma finds nothing.
It's the crunch time, though. You see that? Sput coming in clutch with the crunch time. How's she able to find? Oh, my God.
Sput was playing Titanfall there for a second.
Just a little bit there. Wow. What a defense from UKN Fantasia. 11 seconds on the clock. This could go in their favor. Is anyone going to be able to touch? Gamma the Owl. Does he have enough jets? It's 5 seconds. You got to do something. You touch, it's just going to feed his mech. Here goes Bob.
They're going to run the Bob it.
Sput with another crunch time on TTV Echo Mage.
Sput is just playing Titanfall 2.
Oh,
they really missed the server.
Wow, what a defense from UKN Fantasia to be able to hold this 3rd point, and that's going to be 1-1 on the board in favor. Oh, sorry, not in favor. Tied up for both teams.
What an insane defense from UKN there. That's just changing the video game to Titanfall just really helped them out there.
we hardly see any crunch times in Overwatch 2 so far because of the lack of playing D.Va, and suddenly we see 2 crunch times in one match, like back to back team fights. What was that play of the game? We don't talk about. I don't know what happened. That play of the game.
That was Overwatch moment, I would say.
A little bit of an Overwatch moment there. Looks
All right,
like
it is KFC's map pick, correct?
it is KFC's map pick. We should mention as well that I believe chat was 55% channel points voted towards UKN Fantasia. So chat, you were right. You actually got the right map there. Good job. I think we need another prediction coming up in the chat here for the next one, as KFC is going to choose an escort map. Let me do this.
Carbonatrix was for which team?
Fantasia. Manage pool. I don't know what I'm doing. God dang it. I don't see my prediction.
I don't know what you're doing either, but I know that you're doing an excellent job, Osman.
Oh, thank you. How do I do this? Okay, I choose outcome. That was the outcome. Complete prediction. Here we go. I gotta be careful about choosing the prediction too, because I know I'm on a 1-minute stream delay, and I hope I didn't just do that like less than a minute after the game ended, because then I would have, I think, spoiled it. I'd be careful with that. Guys, let me go, or let me know. Let me know if I spoiled that early.
You spoiled the milk there, Osman.
Perhaps I may have spoiled the milk. Okay, we're gonna start another prediction here. Okay, I want to start a new one, and I want to do like the same thing. All right, who will win round 3? Is it going to be KFC, or is it going to be UKN? I don't know if this is toxic. I don't know how this is. Okay, we'll see how it goes.
Looks like they're going with Route 66 for their pick.
Okay, Route 66 here. Gamble time. I need my money back, says Lawful Man. All right, Lollipop Man, get your money back. It's time to get your money back. Okay. Yo, Almond's back. Yo, Tiny Donut, thank you for the subscription too, by the way. Did you see your emote? I want to make sure you see that emote coming in.
And Tiny Donut has his own emote?
Yeah, Tiny Donut is a little magnifying glass with a little donut. Absolutely.
I gotta see this. All right, coming into Route 66, I'm anticipating more brawl comps here. However, a lot of people do like to run the Sigma comps on top of the gas station.
I'm expecting like not brawl. I don't know. It's me. I'm thinking we're gonna see dive, right? Like dive through spam. I think when you attack, you dive. When you defend, you spam.
Looks like we might be seeing some banana rush from UKN, and then just some spam from poke spam from. I'm sorry, my mind is blanking. KFC.
Definitely.
Out here with the Torbjorn. Going to throw Cheetos at the enemy's face. I'm excited to see some of that.
Okay, so 13 seconds on the clock here before the doors open up. Apollo hasn't chosen a hero yet, and we know the correct choice is Brig, so we'll see if the Brig comes out.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be Mercy.
It's gonna be Mercy.
You know, it's fine. It's fine. I forgive you. I kind of forgive you.
I don't.
I don't forgive you. Yeah, no, we don't forgive you. No, it's the wrong pick. All right, we're gonna see the cart moving kind of slowly here. I don't know if they're gonna jump until the cart moves around the corner, because until, you know, it's really contested, they don't really have to take poke. They're just gonna kind of stage a little bit here. Something's gonna have to be done about that turret. I imagine the turret. Okay, Ice is gonna deal with the turret immediately, so that has been dealt with.
Yeah, they're gonna have to wait for the Reaper to get into position before the monkey can dive, because really, that's all you can do. Oh, it looks like that's happening.
Up there now, and it's automatic. It's in. Bubbles down. Spud is in. We're gonna see a little bit of an interesting play overall here. Not quite enough pressure as they need on one person here. Looptage trying to find. It looks like trying to find Kamita there. Does actually find it.
Here goes the Torbjorn. Oh, it just gets insta-res.
Insta-res, but who's going to contest this payload as you watch this payload starting to sail away? Game of the Owl, not really touching it, not really stopping it. And if they're not going to stop it, then UKN just gets to keep pushing this. Looptage up top, going for a play, wraiths out immediately. Sput jumps up and gets pushed off.
Looks like they are starting to drop down to contest cart because it is getting a little too close. They're getting pushed from this monkey, though. The amount of space created and the amount of space just given up by KFC there, just basically for free, trying to dedicate themselves to the poke comp, really just kind of wasn't in their favor there.
Definitely a tough fight. But overall, we're still seeing some close stuff here as KFC has Sigma Lift. How soon is he going to use the Sigma Lift? That's the question. Actually, we haven't even seen a lot of Gamma the Owl playing Sigma. Like, a lot of the matches I think they played previously, I'm pretty sure Gamma was mostly on Ramatra, so this is kind of a new look for Gamma the Owl.
That is interesting, because in my personal opinion, I think maybe Ramatra might be the better pick here, just for that, like, brawl type thing going on. Because, like, if the monkey gets in your face, all you really have as Sigma is rock. But then that's just a stun for just a little bit. But when you're the Ramatra, you have the Nemesis form that can just pretty much just pressure the monkey away from you.
Absolutely. You know, we see Sput there throughout that primal, kind of like showing a lot of restraint, and just playing the primal really well. Looptage, just coming in and killing three. Oh my!
Looptage just coming in, killing 3 every time.
Looptage. I didn't mean to say 3. I didn't mean to offend you. That was 4. I'm sorry. My
deepest
bad.
apologies. Deepest apologies from the LFGS casting crew.
Deepest apology. We're gonna see UKN Fantasia defend this choke point with this really powerful Venom Mine. I don't think that UKN can possibly. Oh, never mind. They beat it. Okay, so UKN is able to touch point here. They are going. Ooh, Call Me Frost going down early to a big headshot there from Ice. Who is going to contest Ice on the high ground here?
KFC pops the Kitsune, and then Reaper is able to use that to his advantage. Kamita.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Look, I didn't know they were going to be able to like contest it that well.
Excuse me? The Kiriko just eliminated Kamita. They were just staring at each other, and then
wow, Gamma the Owl
they just got a knife thrown in his face.
I love the swap to D.Va here. That was kind of clutch. Like, I don't know what other hero could have like a touch point and then immediately went and just killed the Widow on top of Saloon. Like, that's a huge hero pick.
That is absolutely wonderful. The damage boost here is gonna just create some more pressure from up top here. But they do fall down.
You know, this sort of like Mercy Pocket the D.Va thing is still kind of interesting to me. Because of the new buff for Mercy, I don't know if that's like correct or not, but it is interesting to see it.
With the new changes to Mercy, it could huge bomb from Gamma. Actually massive sky bomb wins them the team fight. The May looks like they might be able to get out. Perhaps?
Not on Potter John Joe's watch. May look
no.
into yeah, they're gonna clean that up. TTV Echo Mage finding a nice headshot onto Loopage actually.
It was a great shot. And what were we saying before about? Oh yeah, the so
Mercy,
with the new changes, the Mercy has to be more like aware of the enemy team, of their friendly's health, just so they can get that advantage from like them below being half. Because usually pocketing the tank is not the greatest idea. However, if they are below, then both the Mercy becomes basically a second tank.
Yeah. It's worth noting the bottom half of D.Va's HP is non-armor, but if you can out-heal all of the damage she's taken still, then it's pretty viable. Looks like Gambit Owl trying to eat a Blizzard if possible. He thinks he's got Blizzard. Doesn't quite have it yet.
Ice gets that super early pick on the Mercy, making just KFC out down. Oh, and then Sput just presses Q, and then that's the I win button.
It's one, yeah. It's definitely one. Great stuff coming from UKN, and actually really well reserved. Look at the other ults, and there was so much temptation, you can tell, from the rest of UKN Fantasia to pull out like an ult combo there, but they didn't need it. Look at the ults on the board. They are looking phenomenal for UKN Fantasia.
Yeah, that's 4 ults versus their 2. KFC's coming up on Valkyrie here, which with the new changes. Oh, huge spear. Just knocks ice off the high ground. Looks like they're setting up for some sort of big burst damage window. Here we go.
Gonna be the overclock. Overclock with high ground, but can he find the shots? Gets speared behind. That's actually a huge javelin at the perfect time. Calming Frost does go down here. Are we going to see the Blizzard come out from Loopdage to clutch this up? Loopdage's got to be careful not to get that eaten by Gamma the Owl. Gamma definitely looking for that Blizzard.
However, they are getting pushed back by the sheer presence of the unkillable character Orisa.
The wall comes down. This is actually a pretty big wall. Kamita finds Loopdage. Loopdage's not going to be able to put a Blizzard down this fight. This is really great turnaround. Like, the defense from KFC here coming alive, and like they're just finding an answer to pretty much every single push, whether it be for a javelin or just taking the right space. And now Potter John Joe on the Hanzo. I think that's a fantastic choice from Potter John Joe.
It is a fantastic choice, along with the Orisa pick here. The Orisa pick on this specific part of the map is unfortunately probably one of the best tank to pick, because if you think about Orisa, she controls the space directly around her, and there's not much space to play around. So if like you're just standing in the middle of the hall as Orisa, then you just win.
Yeah,
like, nothing can kill you.
For sure. Although a well-timed and well-played Ramatra can contest her, I think. You know, we have Sput here coming up pretty close here, and before this game ends, I think we will see another Annihilation. That will be a big play as the Blizzard comes down, forcing a lot of resources. Gamma getting a perfect spear onto Sput to push him out of the aggression range. Ice.
A lot of space was created from that.
Look at
Ice coming in with the overclock. Oh my.
He's going to get the rest of the clutch. I mean, this is a one fight from that. Just alone, we see Loopdage off of the main now onto the Reaper. Sput coming close to the Annihilation. Annihilation could threaten to take down this entire game and get 3 points capped for UNK Fantasia. Nano onto the Orisa. Here comes the Annihilation.
Orisa versus the Annihilation. Kamita with the ult onto the Baptiste.
I'm pretty sure this Annihilation is going to last a full 20 seconds. Oh my god, the Annihilation all the way into the spawn room, finds 2. Although, look at Gamma the Owl on point with Kamita. They're finding good picks. This is actually super close.
This is insane. The Reaper goes down. They're able to hold it.
That, I feel like I have a hunch that hold is going to come down to the wire. I feel like that is so important, because now all KFC needs to win is to actually push all 3 points.
I mean, I can't say that you're wrong, because I think you're correct.
Yeah, and it's like that's usually where you get stalled out on Route 66, right? It's like usually the very end there that just kind of gets you. And so if KFC can pull this off, they don't have to get 3 points to stay in it. They just get 3 points to win the map. That's pretty big. Exactly.
And then I mean, like, I think KFC has a big chance here, especially with Gamma on Diva. We've seen Gamma perform very well on Diva and Paricio.
Indeed.
Coming out with the pharmacy as well.
Back on the Junkrat against all these Faras you've been playing against. I think that's an ambitious pick, to say the least.
I believe in the Loopdage rat here.
Let's ask chat. Do you believe in the Junkrat pick? What's your thoughts on the Junkrat pick here? I think we're going to see. I think what Loopdage is going for here is being able to maybe control this tunnel eventually, because Junkrat actually does control the tunnel super well. So we'll see if that becomes the strategy. We're going to see immediately though. Kamita just is on this far and is immediately raining down on top of the Junkrat. Staging's
However, Kamita's getting really pressure from the 2 hit scans on UKN.
You know, Ice, like I said, is a pretty good hit scan, able to find that dynamite right on top of the Pharah there. I mean, of course, you've got the Mercy Pocket, and Mercy pocketing Pharah now is even harder to kill the Pharah with the new Mercy changes, but it is easier to kill the Mercy. Lots of stuff happening. Ice finally finds Kamita
what
there.
a headshot. Oh, just gets insta-res, though.
Yeah.
Mercy is burning, though. Let's see if Kamita's able to pressure. They're all grouped up. That's as a Pharah player, that is like my dream.
Oh,
I see all 5 of them. However, they are pushing. They're pushing the cart. Are they going to C9 this?
Wait, the C9 is actually coming. Wait a minute, Sput finally turns around at the last moment. Oh my.
That seems to be a common theme between the two teams that run the poke here. They just don't want to give up the high ground and contest cart. They just want to try to kill as many of them as possible.
Yeah.
Because it is an advantageous position. However, it is very easy to let the cart just kind of push past. I've experienced it as my time as a player, and we're experiencing it now.
Yeah, I don't want to call that a C9, but that was definitely, I think, UKN not realizing that the cart was sailing for just so long. Look at the close hold defense here. Gamma realizing that this choke point is really important. As long as he doesn't give up this choke point, it's really hard for UKN to make any ground here. And like, what are you going to do if you're UKN? You're on the Sigma comp. You got to get out of here somehow. It probably starts with a tier 3 beam from Looptage. No way he just throws. Oh, he's going for the crunch time too. You know he's going for it. He finds
And
the crunch time.
Oh Titanfall!
No. Titanfall. Shut up. Oh my god. Kamita, up top.
Oh, here comes the flux. Everyone's pressing Q. 2 players caught in the flux. Kiriko goes down.
It's a good effort, but is it enough? Fight's looking pretty even, but I still think it's in KFC's favor. Although the Bob could change things, Potterjohn Joe in a really compromised position there. If they really turn Potterjohn, I think they could kill him. Saloon definitely in favor of KFC at the moment. Wait a minute.
No way. Potterjohn Joe is able to find one. Gets res. Good effort from Potterjohn Joe there. Oh,
the
my!
Rock, the rock on the Kamita. What a play! What a play from Sput. Nice rock. Oh my! It's still happening. This fight hasn't stopped yet. And at this point, it looks like KFC needs to get out though. Try to save TTP Echo Mage as much as possible if you're Gamma the Owl. That was close. A really, really long fight there. Finally going in UKN's favor.
Yeah, what's going on to what, like a minute and a half?
Really long one, definitely. Saloon control is now firmly in UKN's control. This is a lot different from the last fight when Gamma was just holding that choke point over there. The approach is totally different.
You see Potterjohn Joe trying to go for an off angle here, but is getting poked out by the Ashe and the Sigma.
Yeah, and also Lunar
bomb coming in from Gamma. Huge bomb coming in from Gamma. 3 down and from KFC.
Wow, we have a D.Va enthusiast on the KFC team, as these bombs have been pretty darn good. Wow. It's just a matter of cleaning up the Sigma. As soon as they clean up the Sigma, they can walk away. Look how much stalling this is. I mean, are we going to see another fight come out? I don't think so. Look like Looptage is double back in here. Not really interested in taking that fight. Looptage finds his way back to his team. Probably a safe bet here. As we now see 3 minutes, 45 seconds on the clock for UKN Fantasia just to get this last push. This is going to be a long time to defend. Do you think that UKN can defend this for a full 3 minutes and 45 seconds?
I mean, honestly, I think they absolutely have the potential to do it. However, I do think KFC really is cooking their chicken here.
Really cooking their chicken? We see Sput on top of the high ground here with Sigma is actually just going to get pushed off. What a bully. Absolutely insane. Gamma the Owl saying, no, this is my swamp, and just shoves him off. Rush Dragon shoving straight down main.
3 ults just get thrown out pretty much all at the same time.
We also see a lamp kind of just save Sput from like everything there. Although Sput does eventually go down in the long fight. 2 minutes, 54 seconds left on the clock. KFC looking super clean right now. Finding the staggers. I don't know if UKN can do anything else about this. Oh man, it's just coming on.
Reaper has to touch.
Reaper's not touching. Okay, almost a C9 there. Kind of prevented.
They're got a huge flux with the bomb. Gets the Mercy.
Wait,
but they still kept it.
No way.
Now, you weren't sure if that first cap was a C9. However, I do think maybe potentially we saw a Sir Charles the Ninth here.
I think, but that the D.Va bomb forced it. I mean, what we just saw there was a bomb 9.
You are correct. A bomb 9.
A bomb 9 as they call it.
Huge Terra Surge.
Wow.
Absolutely wonderful.
It really comes down to the wire. This is getting intense. So what do we have now? We have 2-1 in favor.
2 for KFC and then 1 for UKN.
Indeed. Going into the last map here is going to be push. It's going to be UKN's map pick. And yeah, if UKN wins this, we're moving on to a map 5, and that's exciting as hell.
I'm really curious as to what they're gonna pick. What's the next mode?
It's push, and there's all 3 push maps available. So
all three push maps.
Now I know Ice. Really
I'm gonna
hit
predict.
scan, right?
Ice really good. I'm gonna predict that they go Esperanza.
Esperanza. Yeah, that makes sense. I think Ash pretty good on Esperanza. I think Ash is also pretty good on New Queen Street. So lots of possibilities.
Looks like the map is gonna be Esperanza.
Okay.
Out of the 3 push maps currently in the game, I think Esperanza might just be the prettiest and the best and most well-made.
Yeah, no, I'm on board with that. I agree. I love Esperanza.
Oh, I saw a ball.
We did see some interesting stuff. We're gonna hold our excitement as I move to the correct scene. I'm making the prediction thing again. UKN. All right, the prediction. Okay, predictions are up. Who is gonna win? 10 seconds until we start to see team comps, and we want to see some wrecking ball. Wrecking ball.
I love to see some wrecking balls.
We love to see some wrecking balls. As
it looks like we do see one.
Okay, we see a challenger. Gamma the Owl opting to play the ball. Let's hope that he stays on this hero, as it's an extremely interesting pick. Lots of interesting stuff you can do with ball here. I've not seen ball on this map. I don't know if Gamma's ready to play ball on this map, but ball gets to point first. The new cooldown reduction on the pile driver makes him kind of strong, and the new mines coming up in 1 second also makes him pretty insane. So we shall see how this goes. Looks like right off the bat, we're going to see a ball pile driver onto the back line. Comes down immediately. Ball gets booped, though. Looks like Apollo ready to deal with this ball and try to boot ball out of all the dives possible. Now, UKN Fantasia
takes out the
look at UKN getting a huge play onto TTV Echo Mage. Interesting. Playing the Zenyatta here against the Monkey Tracer. I don't know about that one. That is going to be really tough for Echo Mage to stay alive.
Like we are seeing some swaps coming in from UKFC.
Okay. Maybe it's not yet time to bring out the ball. It looks like the ball is going to be swapped. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, not a lot of good ball players out there, especially since he hasn't been a very good hero since the release of Overwatch 2. And now that he is a good hero, people still need time to actually learn him and play him.
Unpracticed, right? And so as people practice him, he might get a lot better. Okay.
However, the diva switch here, I am a big fan of, because I mean, as a fellow diva enjoyer, I like to see a monkey on the enemy team, so I just lock in that diva.
Oh yeah.
And just deny a monkey any space.
You can't, yeah, if you're monkey, you can't really dive anyone who's next to the diva, and diva can always just jet to your target. And so
Looptage TP in the back line, gets the Mercy, able to force the Mercy out, so the Sput is able to kill him, but Sput does go down from Kameda.
It's still even, but the cart is getting super close to the close spawns, and so KFC really cannot give up any more space here. Can't let the cart go any further. Bomb comes down. Whoa, okay, Potter John taking down Ice with a pulse bomb.
KFC is really finding the momentum they needed.
Definitely. The bot is starting to walk back in the other direction. Bridge control still off our UKN side, still in control with Sput on top. He does jump over, and that might be an overextension here from Sput. Sput doesn't quite have Primal right now. Does jump back to his team. Whoa. Okay, Rush Blossom comes out, able to get a couple picks here. That's what you need to see if you are a KFC fan. This is going to allow the bot to get underneath the bridge, and we're going to start to play from the bridge space.
Yeah, those two combinations, they do work pretty well. I think that might have just been a little bit too expensive for what they needed. I think that all they really needed was the Blossom there. However,
Yeah,
I do see the combination. Yeah, the ult advantage from UKN right now is kind of insane.
Staggering. Yeah, it's kind of big. I don't see how they lose this fight with all the ults they have available. They only lose just if they choke. Although Apollo going down there, that's tough. Because yes, you have the ults for this, but do you commit 4v5? It looks like they do. Here's going to come a Rush Blossom of their own, perhaps. They don't pull out the Blossom yet. Here comes Lutage with the ult.
The Blossom gets booped away.
They still get 2 picks, though. They still get 2 picks, and this is still now 3 picks, 4 picks. Is it 4? It's not. No, it's not quite 4. Now it's 4. Yeah, so still in favor of UKN, but they made him pay for it. I mean, they used 3 ults to take that. That clutch pick on Apollo in the beginning there was able to force UKN to use 3 ults to win that fight. 3-0 there brings ult advantage back into kind of neutral.
Yeah, I do think KFC might have the advantage here because like Tracer's coming up on Pulse Bomb, and then they've also got the Lucio coming up on Beat. Gamma's got their bomb, so I think like ult advantage is in KFC's favor right now. But it does look like UKN is still like getting these frags.
Definitely, they want that spawn advantage. It is worth investing a lot of resources in here to get that spawn advantage, because as soon as you get that, you are much more likely to win the map. And let us not forget, if UKN wins this map, then we are moving on to a map 5, and we're going into the sort of sudden death.
Yeah, it looks like UKN is also coming up on a higher ult advantage now.
Little bit, definitely. Some staging going on. Kamina drops a turret in the back there. Going to make life difficult there for Lutage. They're going to find the kill on the turret. That's going to turn this back into a more fair 5v5 rather than a 6v5, as we call it. Kamina gets stuck there. And that's
They find 2 picks there.
No. It's all falling apart now for KFC. KFC losing a bunch, not really making a play fast enough there. They're going to have to fully retreat. Lutage in deep. Has to use Wraith, but now in as deep as possible. Ice finding Calming Frost, and the staggers are coming. This is not good for KFC. UKN Fantasia really on a big lead here. 97, almost 100 meters to 43. It's going to take a miracle for KFC to turn this around.
And I think Gamma has it in them to make the bomb of the world. Bomb of their career here.
It needs to be the bomb of their career. It needs to be multiple bombs of your career at this point, because the amount you're behind if you're KFC is pretty overwhelming at this point.
I agree. Lutage here with the flank. He's got Blossom ready.
Where's the play? That's where my question. Where's the play here? There it is. Although Lutage from behind picks up 2 and a turret. That's technically 3, maybe. Gamma the Owl just
Turret is the best player in the game.
The bomb comes out, but I mean, like, there's still... Oh, okay, well, it does find
Able
Apollo.
to find Apollo just from nudging the bomb a little bit.
It kind of just takes a pulse bomb, too. I mean, I wouldn't be necessarily sad about that if I'm Gamma just taking the pulse bomb.
I think the pulse bomb is basically, essentially, just a Tracer's third ability. You get that so fast. Using it on the tank to instantly just delete them is not a bad call.
Definitely not. Look at Calming Frost now on the Zenyatta as Gamma also switches to the Orisa. And this little point here, this is not the time for Calming Frost to be in the spawn room thinking about a different hero. It's a 4v5 on point. Calming Frost on the brig, trying to come back out here, but is it too late? Is it the wrong time? Potter John Joe, Blossom on point, kind of steals the cart there a little bit, but isn't enough to really win the fight. And here, the stagger's coming alive. The domino effect of Calming Frost in the spawn room. Oh no.
UKN is absolutely just pushing them at the spawn doors. Keep it in Lucky Pop and Primal to keep them at bay.
KFC's got
Riss is gonna golden so she doesn't get booped by the monkey. Oh, it looks like they are able to retake the bot.
Okay, able to turn that around there. Finally able to define their regrouping. A couple of picks.
Both teams at a relatively neutral ult economy here.
Wow.
Let's see if KFC is able to take this momentum up to the next couple team fights, because Push is a game mode where you don't really succeed unless you wish multiple team fights in a row.
Indeed. I'm sweating after that one. That was almost map over. 2.5 minutes left on the clock. It's 139 meters to 43. There's an absolutely gargantuan mountain for KFC to get over right now, and I have no idea how they're going to do it, but it's going to start with this fight.
KFC's really, once again, cooking the chicken here with the Lucio Spear, keeping them back.
Here comes the
Molten
magma.
Core's gonna, the magma's gonna keep them from rotating onto them as they just flip the map.
It's actually a great play here. If they can manage to capture this, then not only are they getting the spawn advantage, but kind of poised to win the fight too. Terra Surge comes down and Rally. They're not giving this up. This point belongs to KFC, they say. Although the Rush might say otherwise. Turret going down. Rally still in effect here. Looped it.
Seeing the Blossom get canceled.
It's now 5v4 in favor of KFC here. 4v4. It's even. It is even.
Absolute chaos, I think. This is insane. There's so much going on at one time.
It's hard to say who's falling apart more. It's really close, although it does look like KFC is falling apart first. They can't deal with Sput, able to do the cleaving AoE like Tesla cannon. Just killing everyone, just constant pressure that they can't do anything about.
It's just Gamma was able to live there for a really long time. It's just unfortunate that they weren't able to live longer.
Wow. Wow. I
mean,
mean,
previously I did say Orisa lives forever. However, I believe there are some very rare circumstances where Orisa is able to actually die.
yeah. This is going to be close. I mean, we got 48 seconds on the clock. It's looking super in favor of UKN Fantasia right now. They don't even care that the bot's going into the control because they're just going into a space that they're staged for. And we see the jump, Sput into the backline, like bubble down. Call Me Frost totally isolated as Potter John Joe tries a Blossom on point, does find Luna, but look at the losses from KFC. What are you going to do? What is the plan? You're down too many numbers. Ice gets two. They just leave the
turret's keeping them at bay here.
Yeah, this is a smart play. UKN doesn't have to do anything, doesn't have to play into the turret. They don't even care about the bot. They should let the bot come down, actually. They should let them push the bot. It doesn't even matter. Like, play for the space you're staged in, right? And it looks like UKN, yeah, they're perfectly willing to just not push the card any further. They take down the turret. That's a start. Although getting a kill on the Apollo there in overtime now is pretty big. Call Me Frost getting caught out just a little bit. Does go down. Ice able to find the clutch play. The Magma.
The Magma's going to keep that space available for them around the bot. So no one can really touch it.
There's the Terra Surge. If they have to rely on ultimates to win every fight.
Both DPS.
Yeah.
UKN has two of the most powerful ultimates in the game coming up.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And it seems like it's really hard for them to win neutral fights, and they're out of ults. So, being out of ults, they might be out of tricks. Are they going to be able to win this 2 ults down? I don't know.
I think all UKN has to really do here is kind of just press Q.
I think that's all they have to do. The TT Vector Mage is going to go down. Gamma really low is going to go down as well, and Loop Ditch is going to finish this off, is going to take their team to the next round. We have a round 5.
We have this is a game.
This is actually so exciting. Oh my god.
I'm a little disappointed of seeing only like just one team fight with ball. However, I do understand the switch. The D.Va really did make a difference.
Yeah, I think so. He just shoots so fast in the rush and goes right into Blossom. You know, if you're a Reaper enjoyer, you must have loved every single minute of that.
It's kind of like watching an A10 Warthog just kind of destroy the enemy team, you know?
Kind of, just a little bit, isn't it? Wow. So
right, this is KFC's map pick, correct?
Yes, it is KFC's map pick. It's so tense now. It's like, now we're moving into the map 5. And I absolutely love how these feature matches have been so close. Like, I love not having all the feature matches be 4-0s like they were in the first tournament. Like, these matches have been super super close. Like, so much fun to cast these matches, so much fun to be a part of them, and they're so hype.
I happen to agree. I agree. Like, it's never really all that fun to watch just an entire team just get rolled. But
Definitely not.
watching these close matches, it's actually provides solid entertainment and value and lessons learned for everyone involved.
Yeah. Wow. The predictions from chat a little bit off for the past couple of games. People not quite accurate. Okay. But are you going to get this last one correct? This last one is for kind of like all the marbles. All right, let's start another prediction here.
Looks like they're asking for a 10-minute break.
That is allowed. So it looks like they are asking for a 10-minute break. And so in the meantime, see, Captain, if you wanna take a break and step away, you can. I'm just gonna chill for a little while.
All right, I will be right back in like a couple of minutes.
Okay, see you soon. And I'm gonna do this. So we'll do FC. Tiny Donut, I'm glad you like your little emote. So many people hype up Tiny Donut when Tiny Donut's on the stage. I just felt like I had to put a little magnifying glass with a donut as one of those emotes. I think it's actually so adorable. Nerf Genji, Shmele. Look, I can play Almond. Nice. Look, I can make almonds, guys. Almond. Oh, Fantasia. Man, the spam for Fantasia is huge. I mean, there's so many clappers. There's so many clappers. Actually crazy. Thank you. Oh my god. Chat's alive today. It's a good night for Overwatch. This is a super good night for Overwatch. I love the Shmele emote. In Almond we trust. Damn. How long do I have to live with this Almond nickname? Like, can I go back to Osmond after the tournament's over? Am I allowed to go back to Osmond? I don't think y'all are gonna let me, but I'm probably going to anyway. I'm also excited to try out the featured scrims. I don't know if y'all saw the announcement that I put into Discord earlier today. Just an idea I've been having about the featured scrims. It's just something like I know other tournaments exist out there, and that teams do want to try out other tournaments, right? So they want to prepare for other tournaments too, and it gives you some chance to get on the feature stage and get your blood pumping. You know, put you on the stage, put you on the podium, and see how you do when you're actually under pressure in front of viewers, in front of casters. And it gives you kind of like that experience that I don't think anyone else is offering. It does actually seem like a unique thing. Yeah, extended member. We do have one team that has been confirmed into the finals, which is AC Ruse. They because they went 3-0, they were able to get into the finals. So they're in the playoffs for sure. Even if they lose round 4, 0-4, if they go 0-4, they'll still be like top 3. Oh, and I think at this point, because of the way this match has gone, okay, KFC is now, even though this match isn't over, they are confirmed in the finals because, or in the playoffs because The only opportunity for them to drop from second seed to seventh seed would be to lose every game and have other teams win all their games. So like it was a low chance anyway. But because they're already 2-2, they're not going to get 4-0. So KFC is also technically in the playoffs. I don't know what seed they're going to be, but they have made it into the playoffs.
You didn't see that, right?
Didn't see what?
You're right. Yeah, you didn't see anything.
Okay. Like I literally
Anyway, your captain's back.
Captain is back. We're talking about the playoffs a little bit here, and we're talking about how AC Ruse has clutched their way into the playoffs already from last round. And with the maps we've seen so far from KFC, the only way that they were to drop from second seed to seventh and not make the playoffs was if they just got rolled. And since they didn't get rolled so far this round, it's pretty clutch. They are going to get into the playoffs themselves. So super exciting for KFC.
It is very exciting. Being able to be in a playoffs of a prestigious tournament such as LFGS. It's
Thank you.
honestly a great time and great experience for everyone involved.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you would know you played on the LA Gladiators, right? You used to go by Space or something like that.
Yeah, no, I am Space. I am also Dante as well.
You are you're Sante.
Yeah, I am
Base?
Sante.
Space Dante.
So I am as an amalgamation of the best tank players in the world. I can say that we have some good games ahead of us in the LFGS community.
I am super excited for it. I'm all for it.
Who couldn't be all for it? This is the most amazing thing ever. Like, it's crazy.
I know, right? This is like really coming down to the wire here. I don't actually know what timestamp we started the 10-minute break, but I think we're like halfway through. I think it's been like 5 minutes or so. So I think 5 more minutes and we'll be heading into the final match, which will be Control Point. And did they pick a map yet?
I don't think they did.
I don't think so. It's gonna. I'll show you quickly the map pool here. It's just gonna be one of the control maps, and it can't be Lijiang, so it's gonna either be Oasis or Busan, one of those two. So yeah, getting in there. Extended member says hi Dante.
Hello, extended member. I'm Dante.
Yeah,
I just understood the username. Cursed, I tell you, cursed.
Little bit. Captain Dante. Oh sheesh. Okay.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, Robo2X, Topaz almost made it. I think when all the seeding's said and done, I think your Topaz will be 7th seed, 7th or 8th. Really close.
I remember when my old team scrimmed Topaz. It was a massive diff. I must say.
Yeah. Was it Firefly?
Yeah.
Played him,
it was old Firefly. Yes.
Okay. I see. Sky Sniper
Firefly
says
has
Apple. Does anything to do with Apple?
Shout out to Appleman555. Absolutely insane gamer in the world. Holy crud.
I actually have an account named Appleman555 now. I renamed my other account to Gigatos.
Yeah, don't you just play Brig on that account?
Yeah,
and just troll
a little bit. I mean, I die Brig.
I've seen you play Brig on that. You just kind of I've seen you I saw you play one match. You were crouch walking just past the entire enemy team, and you were in the middle of main, and they didn't do anything about
it. Worked. It totally worked. I was on Appleman555 one time, right? And we're playing Circuit Royale, and we have a Zarya on our team, right? A Zarya on Circuit, and we're on attack. First corner, my team is all just super coward. They don't want to peek it. They're really afraid of the snipers. And then meanwhile, Appleman555, an absolute Chad, just walks main. Because if I get pressured, I know my Zarya is just going to panic bubble me. And so I don't give a shit. I just start running main.
Exactly.
And I walk up top and I just start mailing them, and I get the opening picks we need to actually push point. So
it is absolutely insane how people just don't people in the lower ranks kind of just don't really know how to deal with a Brig, and she can be a very, very formidable force in those ranks.
Definitely.
Like
It's
you're
all,
constantly just getting hit with that mace just over and over again. You kind of just start to lose your sanity because like she's hitting you in the head with it repeatedly. You kind of have like several concussions every time.
mhm.
So it just kind of whittles you down.
No, I feel that. I feel that for sure. I think also it's just amazing what a little bit of confidence can do. Like having no fear. Like you are not going. It doesn't matter if you die. Who cares? Whatever. We're going in. Just go in. Go in big. And I bet that just kind of makes plays happen in gold. Really.
You tell yourself you are the best gamer around, and
Mhm.
you into the team, and you win 9 times out of 10. The 10th time is when there's obviously an enemy Widow Smurf on the enemy team, but like it's whatever.
It's whatever.
Yeah, that's the only time that I lose in my games is when there's a Smurf on the enemy team.
Oh, is that so? Only when
Other
there's
other
a
times
Smurf.
only when there's a Smurf. Every other game I'm going 50-0.
50 and oh, holy shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, you are space, so and Dante
I am Space and Dante.
and Sponte.
Sponte.
Spontaneously Sponte. Wow. Tiny Donut says, give me back release Brig and let me 1v6 again. It's going to be a hard no for me. I'm all about Brig being kind of good because I do enjoy me some Brig, but I am not about no release Brig. That was crazy. No, I am too.
Unfortunately I did not play at the time. I think so. Like the start of my Overwatch career. All right, very beginning
Okay.
on console.
First, I was born.
Please. First, I was born, and then a video game comes out called Overwatch, and I'm like, wow, this game looks okay. I play it on PS4. I hate it because I suck at it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like I main Tracer, but Tracer on console, holy guard, bro. It's not possible. And so I'm like, I don't like this game. Fast forward a couple years later, I skip goats, I skip release break, I skip a bunch of heroes. And then I come back on PC, and then I also decide that I hate the game again because, well, I'm just not having a great time. Then I come back again after another couple year break, and then I start scrimming, and I'm like, wow, this game's awesome and fun. And now I'm going back towards the end.
Wait, so you weren't on LA Gladiators?
I was on LA Gladiators, but that was
Oh.
like I have like two separate like consciousness,
Okay.
if that makes sense. So like one of them is Space and Dante, and the other one is Sea Captain.
Oh, like multiple personality disorder.
It's yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, like I just kind of have to like I can't just activate like Space Dante, Sponte. It's like kind of like being in the Avatar state.
Yeah, it's kind of more of
It's
a
like
spontaneous thing, right? Like
I want you gone.
I'm sorry.
LFGS is now my organization.
Wait, sorry, what?
Osmond is no longer with us.
It's Almond now, apparently.
Oh, sorry, Almond. My bad.
Someone called me
Anyway.
Almond in chat, and I'm like, did you know you just called me Almond? They're like, oh, my bad, I meant to say Almond. I'm like, what?
It looks like the break is about up. It is now 8:27 my time.
Fantasia said they're ready.
All right, they're ready. All right, it looks like
Oasis.
they did pick Oasis,
Oh, okay.
which I am actually very happy to see Oasis.
Yeah. You know, Oasis, kind of a heads up pick here too, because long range is not super amazing on Oasis. Like there's sometimes you can pull out a nice like Ash sort of thing, but not really. Like this is more of a mid-range map, right? In most respects, this is more of like a 20 to 30 meter match, not like a 30 to 50 meter match. And so I think heads up pick here actually. Put the pressure on ice. If you're gonna play Ash, then you're gonna have to play with the map geometry disadvantage.
Initiating match.
I think at this state in Overwatch 2, I think you basically have to pick Sojourn for any sort of mid-range engagement.
Yeah.
Control map Sojourn is really good. Hybrid Sojourn is really good. Sojourn is just busted. Her kit is just absolutely insane. You can't really beat it. Even with, like, she's been nerfed like 18 trillion times, and she's still the best DPS in the game.
Pretty strong, yeah. It's kind of surprising that they haven't really like nerfed her enough to like put her below top tier. It's pretty insane. It's still up there.
It really is just her whole kit is overpowered because
Yeah.
like her whole kit is based on just getting massive damage, and because like the only way to really nerf her is to just completely gut her and make her unplayable.
Indeed.
It looks like we are coming out on two different kinds of brawl comps here. Oh.
Whoa, pause. Pause. Hello?
My computer died at the exact moment they needed pause.
Hold on. I want to restart this match. Can we restart this? Can you restart this? Yeah.
Welcome to Oasis.
And go ahead and just pause right in the beginning here just to make sure.
Initiating.
All right. Let us know when you're ready. I don't know what went on there exactly.
It is a common sea captain L.
I don't know if it was you that caused it to. No, because a team called for a pause there. Clockworks did, so something going on with UKN Fantasia. Not quite sure what happened there, but we will get this resolved. And by we, I mean somebody else, because I have no control over this.
We do not.
Your voice is cutting out a little bit. You there? Yeah, your voice is cutting out. I can't hear you. Doing good?
Can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you.
Okay. My audio engine decided to explode.
Okay, well, exploding is bad.
Yes, it is quite unfortunate. However, I was able to go into the boiler room and turn some knobs, turn some wheels, bang some stuff with a crowbar and fix it.
Okay. Well, hope we get this solved here pretty soon. We're still, if you're just tuning in here pretty recently, this is the last match. The last game of a pretty long match here. We've gone into map 5. It's 2-2. Oasis is the final map. And this is the last round of the Swiss. So this game kind of a make it into the playoffs game for I think both teams. And I think that at this point, I think both teams that we're seeing here do make it into the playoffs no matter what at this point. Even if UKN Fantasia loses here, they still have 2 wins and a really good points diff. So I'm pretty sure both these teams are in unless something really weird happens. Don't quote me on that. Absolutely,
it looks
agree.
Like we are getting ready.
Yeah. Alaska Pebble says that we need to nerf Genji, and I agree with that. Genji
looks like the
way too powerful.
map restart has changed the beginning map.
It did change the beginning map, but I think that's a small price to pay in order to have what I think is a fair and even match. Because right in the beginning there, I know UKN didn't have all their heroes picked or something, weren't able to all together walk out. So hopefully, I don't know what kind of stuttering or maybe internet issues were going on. Hopefully they've fixed those. We're seeing.
Looks like
Go ahead.
KFC's opting for the pharmacy Orisa pick once again. The comp they seem to really, really love.
Yeah, they've been playing a lot of that. Surprising to see like still so much Mercy play, but it makes sense if it's a comfort pick, and you know, even though Mercy did get nerfed, there's other ways in which she got better, and maybe she knows something we don't.
Round 1. Capture the objective.
What are they cooking is the real question here.
Absolutely. What are they cooking? We're gonna see Ice starting on Sojourn, but then switching over to Tracer, opting over to the Tracer here instead. We'll see whether that's the right play against the Pharmacy. A little bit of poke action. So
there's the only thing that can deal with the pharmacy right now on UKN side is the Ana, but I don't think that's enough to really deal with what seems like their strongest comp.
true. Then again, all it takes is one misplay for a dive to just come alive for UKN, although it doesn't seem to be working here. The longer fight is going in favor of KFC. Neither team has capped the point yet. And Potterjohn's going to find Apollo here. This is good. This is starting to look like, honestly, it looks like a KFC first cap. They're going to be able to take high ground here, and I think we're going to need to see some switches. We see Loopdage onto the Soldier to start taking care of this pharmacy. They got to start respecting Komita as a big threat, and Komita could be the one wall in front of KFC to stop them from winning this match.
Looks like UKN is opting for a pharmacy and soldier pick with also a Baptiste.
Whoa.
They really do not like this pharmacy.
They have a pharmacy of their own. Double hit scan, spud over to the Reinhardt. Very interesting team comp coming from UKN Fantasia. Very original, not something I've seen before. Gonna be a long fight here, and it looks like Ryan actually making some progress up top. I don't know if they've noticed that. It does look like they did. Gamma does not seem scared of the Reinhardt walking up here, but is Ryan gonna actually make the play? Is he gonna come up? He's gonna do it. The Fortify comes out and stops the charge. Ryan just has to run back down into the staircase.
Yeah, and Lunar used a really preemptive lamp there to try and like probably
Whoa.
keep their team alive, but I think maybe it's gonna cost him here.
Oh my. KFC with a huge play. Finally, the initiative being played by KFC there. Like both teams kind of just staring at each other and staring at each other. Front lines dirtling and dirtling, butt scratching here and there. And finally, Gamma the Owl picks up a Terror Surge and decides, you know what? I'm going into smokes and I'm using it.
Yeah, Potter John Joe really just decided, I'm tired of this staring competition, and so he just decided, hey, I'm just gonna shoot them.
Now, look at the ult advantage right now, and this is a consequence of KFC just picking the right comp out of the gate, and Yuki and Fantasia deciding to fully switch their comp after one fight. Here comes a window. The Dragon is going to just kind of stop the window from being able to do anything. The res, pull it off on Gamma, does actually land.
Spud's going in. Unfortunately, Spud did, Spud just went in without his team and kind of just, things happened.
It's a little awkward, a lot of ults happening, a lot of things happening, so understandable. Call Me Frost pulling out the Glock. Potter John Joe finding Mercy. Kamita finding Loopdage. So the teamwork's alive. KFC is able to cleanly 99-100-0 take the first map of Oasis.
Good effort from Ice there to try and touch the point, but it's something weird with the Overwatch 2 like point hitboxes. Like a lot of the times it's like you're on the point, but then it just doesn't count as a touch.
Ready for battle.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird sometimes. I agree with you. We're gonna see Spud over to the Diva. That could be the right choice here. I'm not sure. Oh, Gamma's on the Diva. Okay, so both teams realizing that the Pharas are a problem, right? And to help with the Pharas, they're both gonna go. Whoa, Loopdage off the Phara. Okay, this could be interesting.
Round 2. Capture the objective.
Oh, Luke just swapped back over to the far.
Oh, he's back over. He's back over. Okay.
And so we're seeing an almost a mirror comp here, but instead of KFC's running a Hanzo and UKN's running a Soldier here. Let's see which one. Oh, well.
Yeah, it's both
first
teams are
pick
fighting for
instant.
the high ground. Yeah, Komita finds Ice. It's a res off on Ice
KFC's
here.
taking high ground. Unfortunate for Kiriko there. Just
Gamma-
kind of gets AoE'd by Loopdage.
And Gamma put a lot of pressure onto Loopage at the moment. Kind of a lot of pressure, but it's a question now of who's going to take point first. And honestly, it needs to be UKN. If you're UKN here, you can't let him take the first point. Look at Loopage getting a nice two-piece there.
UKN is able to cap the point here.
Yes.
Let's see if they are able to stagger out this baby diva, and they are.
My God, this game might go the distance, right? Like we're seeing now, first fight 1 for UK and Fantasia. If they take this, we're going to go down not just to map 5, but the third round of map 5. That's the best kind of map 5.
I fully agree. We need to see very competitive games. As I said previously, washes aren't very fun to watch, but these competitive games where it's very even teams just going at it, just seeing like it just comes down to minor details of like who comes out on top.
Good job to UKN there, not dying to that bomb. That bomb was pretty well placed. Could have actually done a lot of damage but they were able to duck out of it pretty well. Now Sput has ult. Let's see if Sput able to place this bomb in the right spot to get the right number of kills. He was just kind of dueling onto the high ground here. The bomb could be huge here. He's going to push the bomb off the top. Actually, kind of a clutch play there. Not able to find quite what he wants. Gamma the Owl is able to find Looptage, although look at the ult advantage right now in favor of UKN. They have so
Looks like
many.
KFC's found two. They are able to flip the point.
That's huge for KFC, actually. I mean, against such a staggering ult advantage, too, to lose, to cap the point against them. And now, UKN Fantasia is ulting with people down.
Questionable Valkyrie from there. I think they could have gotten out without that just fine. Because, I mean, the fight was essentially lost like 5 seconds before that was.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah.
However, you never know.
You never know. We don't have a crystal ball here. Maybe they know something we don't, as UK and Fantasia does look like they're trying to retake high ground here. Sput already on the high ground, trying to kind of just DM the
Ice
Pharah.
popping the visor. Kills the Mercy. Gets the Pharah. Gets shut down by Gamma.
Shut down for sure, although that was a good attempt. Wow.
And unfortunately, we see a dead baby on the point.
Unfortunately, we see a dead baby. No. Oh my god, look at the ult advantage now for KFC. Able to turn this around. I mean, 63 to 57. This is now pretty much tied up on this map. UKN at a steep ult disadvantage. Kind of puts a big threat on them. They really have to take this map to continue on, or this entire match is over and KFC just wins.
I think if KFC just pops an ult here.
Looped.
Oh.
With the double direct.
Pop the visor and the rush to try to equalize the fight out. Dudes does become equal with the res. One down. They have no. UKN has no tank.
Look at those supports for UKN just chilling out on the high ground, trying to stay alive as much as possible. But that's gonna
Follow
be
with the
fight
Glock.
win. Wow. Looptage has ult. Is he gonna be able to sneak it around? It's just gonna get DM'd there. Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Instead of using the ult, he might have done.
They
been
do have
better to
touch.
Now Kamita picks up a 5K. That is absolutely huge. The bomb's going to clutch this. There's absolutely nothing UKN could have done. KFC. Wow.
Really good games from both teams here. It was very, very close.
Chat says CCAP best caster dead baby. Oh man. Look at this
I
ult.
pride myself on my one-off comment.
That was such a meme. Such a meme barrage. Wow, though. What a game. That was crazy from both teams. UK and Fantasia putting together like a really, really, really good matchup between the two, right? Like you don't ask for much better than that.
That was actually an incredibly fun game to watch.
Incredibly fun. And now it's our favorite time of the night, which we ask the teams if they want to do any post-match interviews. Any post-match interviews. Hello, anybody wants to do a post-match interview? We'll ask them and see if who we're going to get into here. By the way, thank you all for coming here. I really appreciate 35 viewers. That is super awesome, you guys. There's some GGs in the chat. Let me make sure the prediction is chosen here. There we go. Did anyone say yes? I want to. Kamita. We're going to get Kamita up here in the chat.
Both Kamita and Looptage.
Both? Are we getting both in here? Okay, hold on a second. Looptage. I don't know who's who, though. Okay. Potter John Joe. Equimage. Who's who?
Looptage is Looptage.
Oh, wait. Am I stupid? Where? Wait, Looptage went over to the other side. Oh, because the Looptage actually is on that side. Okay. Okay, I see what you mean. Okay. So before I do Looptage, I want to get Kamita in. Who's Kamita? Which one of you is Kamita? Kamita. I don't know which one Kamita is.
I do not see a Kamita in the list.
Yeah, if I looked at the spreadsheet, I could figure it out. I could figure out who it is. Lots of GGs in the chat from everybody. Appreciate seeing that. Kamita friends requested me. What the heck? What is your... No, what's your Discord? I don't see you in there. Just a moment. I'm going to hop over... No. I'll hop over. It's going to ruin the camera for you. But no, I don't want to do that. Can you actually hop over just to that channel down there?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. Okay, I don't know which one he went into. He actually went into the wrong channel. That is super awkward. You know what? I do not know which one Kamita is. I'm gonna maybe I just jump down there. Low key, hate it.
It'd be your Trilla.
Your Trilla? Okay, gotcha. Your Trilla. Why can't I drag? Come on, your Trilla. Come up here. Oh my god, please.
Discord function challenge.
Yeah, I know. It's just such a long drag, and I can't. There we go. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Is this Kamita, the legend, the
Yes,
myth?
it is.
Oh
Hello.
my god, amazing. So, tell me this: is it true? Are the rumors true? Is Kevin Fan Club named after you?
It is actually.
It is. Oh my
It is,
god, we
actually.
meet the legendary Kevin. It's
What's up,
amazing.
guys?
I called it. I called it in the beginning.
How'd you know?
I said Kamita Fan Club.
Kamita Fan Club.
Yes, sir.
Did you say? Yeah, you did actually say that. You did say that. Wow. So, what a close match today. That was
Yes,
so
that
close.
was so fun, man. That was so fun.
Yeah, I mean that's the kind of match that you remember for a while. Was there anyone on UKN Fantasia that you felt gave you the most trouble?
There was this tracer player. I don't exactly remember their tag, but that tracer
Was it
player
Ice?
was amazing. Ice. I know
Ice.
Ice for sure because they would switch onto the Ash 2 and they would make my life hell, and I loved it. I'm telling you,
Wow.
they were definitely the most memorable on the team. For sure, for sure.
Definitely. No, and I totally agree with you. In past feature matches, Ice has been totally insane. So, tell me this then. So, who's your coach on Kevin Fan Club?
Our coach for the Kevin Bank, let me see. I'm gonna give you his core. It's Big Guy FC.
Big Guy FC. I remember he played actually in our last
Yeah,
tournament.
yeah.
He played Reinhardt a little
Yeah.
bit. That's
Yeah,
cool. So
he
he's
was
now a
on
coach for you guys.
Yeah, he has like a lot of insight on the things we need to fix, and he was like, I'm gonna step down off of the tank role, and I'm gonna coach you guys, and we're really grateful for it right now. He's doing a lot for us.
Coming in clutch.
Yeah, it really
Nice.
is.
That's awesome. And so I'm thinking by the time we get to the next tournament, the fan club is probably going to be outranking LFGS a little bit. So
Yes.
man, I'm excited for you guys to play in the playoffs. I'm excited for you guys to get your one last chance to play in LFGS. It's super exciting. You're going to maintain your second seed probably. Well, I'm not exactly sure. It depends on how the plant game goes. So
I
we
hope
shall
they do
see.
well.
Absolutely. What team do you want to play against the most right now?
100%. The team I want to play against is AC Ruse. I want to play against them so badly.
We shall see. That match is
That's
coming.
gonna be a match. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Congratulations on the way. By the way, on being in the playoffs. You are now this is confirmed. You are definitely going to be in the playoffs. I don't know what seed, but you are definitely getting into the playoffs after tonight. So congratulations to your team.
Thank you so much, man. We worked for it. I'm glad we're here.
Absolutely. All right, I'm going to move on to the next interview. Thank you so much for coming by.
Of course, anytime, man.
All right. All right, now I'll bring Loopage in here. Thanks for putting your camera back on, weirdo.
Yeah, I noticed that, and I was like, oh boy.
It's all good. Loopage, is that you?
Yep.
I got the right person. I mean, your Discord name's Loopage, so I was pretty sure it was the right person. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great, dude. What a close game tonight. That was insane.
I know.
Wow, I know, a little bit disappointing that you didn't quite get there on the map 5, but you took Kevin Fan Club all the way to a map 5, and KFC known in this tournament as kind of a crazy team to play against. That's a crazy result to get against them.
Yeah, I honestly I think we did really good for the first 4 minutes. I don't know why the last map I feel like we just gave up or something. I don't know what that was, but I feel like we could have pulled it off if we kept our heads straight.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, absolutely. So I also note that you have a lot of fans in the chat tonight as well. A lot of people voting for UKN Fantasia. A lot of chatters in the chat, hyping you up. And so, who do you think your biggest fans are in the chat?
Probably the Rel,
The what?
Rello.
Rello.
No, yep.
Okay. Is
I'm
that
not
your
a,
official shout out?
yeah, yeah.
Official shout out to Rello. Okay, very cool. I see Rello right now. Neymar. Rello in the chat. Very cool. Awesome. Do you want to tell us anything about your team, your coaches, and anything like that?
Our coach is Carbon,
Carbon.
Big
Okay.
Red Sea.
The Big Red Sea. Okay.
uh, but yeah, I feel like we uh we showed up tonight in the first few maps.
I
I
agree.
feel like,
No, I
but
agree for
it was just
sure.
the length, I guess, that just got us. You know,
Yeah, indeed.
the mind. We gotta do some mindset stuff too. I know that we gotta practice that stuff.
You'll absolutely get it. And
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure after this match your points differential is just fine. I think it's up there, right? In if I
yeah,
were to I'm pretty sure you're in the playoffs now.
yeah, yeah.
If I were to just take a quick peek over here, yeah, so this one you'll go to an 8 points diff. You're definitely going to be like fourth or fifth seed. So congratulations on making into the playoffs, and
Thank
I
you.
will see you in the playoffs.
All right,
All right,
I
man.
appreciate it.
You have a good night.
Yep.
Yeah.
Too.
All right, and with that, that is going to be the conclusion of this round. Thank you so much for joining me, Sea Captain, and thank you to all the viewers who came by today and supported both of these teams. And hope you'll have a wonderful day, and we'll see you on Thursday for another feature match, which is going to include the first seed AC Ruse versus Plant Gang. Let me make sure I don't want to mess that up. That is, yes, that is with Plant Gang. Yep.
That is a match I am very excited for.
Absolutely. I'm excited for that match. Both teams looking super clean and wondering how that's going to go. I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much. And y'all have a wonderful Tuesday evening.
Have a beautiful night.